like to thank you for having me here today. It's quite an honor to be here. And the 33rd conference on Marfan. Pretty impressive. Our talk today is going to be a manual physical therapy approach with therapeutic exercise for Marfan patients and Alzheimer's patients, and a discussion on connective tissue disorders. This is a pretty busy slide, so I'm sorry about that. The most important thing on this whole slide is the very last one. It's healingphysicaltherapy.com. If you have any questions that you don't get to answer today, or you want to ask, please just email it to me. One of my secretaries checks that every day, and she will get that information to me, and I'll try to get the answer to you. Again, it's healingphysicaltherapy.com. On this slide, the most important thing here is my staff and I are trained in integrated osteopathic manual physical therapy. And that's important for our discussion today and helping our patients with connective tissue disorders. I have nothing to disclose. Except I'm in Atlanta. All of my patients that you'll see in this presentation today have signed different forms to allow me to use them in my presentation, so there's no violation. The goals of my presentation are to understand why proper posture and body mechanics are important in positive patient outcomes. Understanding that combining manual physical therapy and therapeutic exercise are better than just therapeutic exercise or manual therapy as standalone modalities. And what you should look for in a physical therapist if you have a connective tissue disorder. Connective tissue. Connective tissue is the most abundant protein in the human body. The collagen provides structural strength of all human tissue. It's basically the glue that holds us together. When muscles, ligaments, organs, and bones are built with defective collagen, they will cause systemic or total body weakness and instability. What does Marfan's and Ehlers-Danlos affect? Will affect your heart, blood vessels, bones, spine, joints, muscles, ligaments, eyes, lungs, skin, nervous system, stomach, and lymphatic system. So the corpus is everything. Now, from a physiological standpoint, how should our muscles and ligaments work? Typically, our muscles should be off tension all day long and only contract when we want them to. Our ligaments, on the other hand, should always be on tension and supporting our joints. And our Marfan's patients and my hypermobile patients or my EDS patients, it's backwards. The muscles are always on tension, attempting to stabilize the joints, and the ligaments are off tension because they're too weak and they don't have any stability. So the goal of manual physical therapy is to restore maximal pain-free movement of the musculoskeletal system and proper postural balance. Results: when a muscle is on tension all day long, it will cause pain, muscle tightness, muscle spasms, trigger points, and weakness. When your ligaments are off tension, they will cause joint pain, instability, subluxations, and/or dislocations. So the goal of manual physical therapy, as I said earlier, is to reverse this process. We want to get the muscles off tension, and we want to get the ligaments on tension. Once we have accomplished that, we want to add in therapeutic strengthening, stabilization, toning, cardiovascular, and proprioceptive exercises, and very specific stretching exercises. So, a typical house looks like this. On a normal person who doesn't have a connective tissue disorder, this is what they look like. A lot of my EDS patients and Marfan's patients come in and say, well, I look normal, but everybody wants to know what's wrong with me, but they can't see it on my face or on my body. So your house looks like this, just like us. And a person without a connective tissue disorder, their house is built 16 on center, which means it's square. They have good 2x4s, good 2x6s, and good 2x8s. However, my Marfan patients, my EDS patients, my connective tissue patients, their 2x4s, 2x6s, and 2x8s are basically terminally infested. They're weak. that's why you end up with joint subluxations, hypermobility, and joint dislocations, and a lot of joint pain. And that's what it looks like to me when I'm treating my patients, and that's what my patients tell me they feel. This is a Marfan patient of one of my secretaries. It's about 6'10". I'm 5'9", 5'10". He's still taller than me. Now, this is about good posture versus bad posture. In this picture, with the 12 pounds, that individual weighs 120 pounds. Your head weighs 10% of your total body weight. If your head goes forward 1 inch, it increases the pressure an additional 20 pounds per square inch on your neck. And everybody in this room is sitting with a forward head posture right now. It's increasing the pressure on your neck to 32 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's why you end up with headaches. That's why you end up with neck pain. And a lot of my patients complain that their C1 is out. This is one of the major reasons why. If your head goes further than 1 inch forward, you add an additional 10 pounds of pressure per square inch on your neck. That's 42 pounds of pressure per square inch. And a person weighs 120 pounds. It's a lot of weight. So I want to do a little demonstration. Dr. Hepson was kind enough to volunteer. We're going to come down here in front so everybody can see us. And I'm going to need some volunteers from the front. So we stand here. Can everybody see us? No? We'll have to stand up here. Not good. How about now? He's going to hold the bottom of the cage. Facing the door, please. The bottom of the cage. Now put it at your head level. The cage got weight. Okay. I'm going to take these 3 people right here. Come on up. And I need 2 more people. Dr. Braidwood. There's John. You're going to stand behind Dr. Hepson in a minute. Come on up. Now, before we do anything, let this go an inch forward. Hold it there. I feel it. I'm okay. If you look, you can see his muscles there. Very close. He's straining himself. This is your neck. This is your low back muscles that are working while your head is forward. So that's why you have pain when you're standing as well. So you're putting a lot of pressure on the muscles in your low back as well as in your neck. You're starting to shake right now, so it's getting a little tense. So we're going to bring the head back to neutral. And you guys can come to one grab the red. That's a muscle. Somebody grab the yellow. Like a red, you grab the yellow. And Steve, you grab the red. Maybe he's going to let it go. Bring it forward. Now let it drop forward. Let it go forward. You see how those muscles and ligaments are overstretching? That's what happens to your neck when your head is forward, and why you end up with headaches. There's a little nerve in the back of your neck that gets pinched off. It'll give you a headache, as well as the blood vessels. Does that make sense to everybody now? Why it's important to change your posture? All right, we're going to let it back so we don't snap. Let it go slowly. So if you don't get anything out of my lecture today, please substitute your posture. All right? That will help increase some of the stress and strain that you have in your neck. Now, this is what my typical EDS patient looks like when they come into my clinic. They're sitting in the waiting room before I get to meet them for the first time. That's Jane, by the way. This is a self-correction exercise that we do with all of our patients at our clinic. If you have any joints in your shoulder that dislocate or subluxate, please don't do this exercise. But I'm going to have everybody in the room right now do it to try and fix their posture, just to show you the point that I'm trying to make. This is it again. When I do this exercise with my patients, they're sitting in front of a mirror. And I'm going to stand over your shoulders so they can see me, so that's a little bit of proprioception. When I was teaching my children how to dive into a swimming pool, I put their hands in front of you like this. So put your hands in front of you. Make sure you don't hit the person next to you, please. You're going to keep your hands together, you're going to lift your arms up over your head. Turn your knuckles towards each other. Bring your elbows back and down. Rest your hands on your lap. Now look at your neck. Feels pretty straight. Everybody in the room now, just improve their posture. That's simple to fix posture. Your therapist tells you, hug your shins, lift your head up, get your ears over your shoulders, get your shoulders back, your chest up. That takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of things to remember. I have my patients do reapply tendies when they first come in. And as they bring their arms back, make sure you feel the muscles behind your scapulas or your shoulder blades working. Right? So the whole exercise looks like this. And that's what happened after they did the exercise. Their posture improved that dramatically. Now, so you got a computer. And comes in with 20, 30, 100 pages of research information from the internet, Dr. Google or whatever it is. And it drives me crazy because a lot of this stuff is wrong. So this is the posture that she sits in, and we're sitting in the office. This is Ed. He's 6'10". This is what he does. He's a CFO of a major corporation. And that's not good for him to be sitting in a position like that as an executive all day long, particularly since he had an aortic dissection at one time. And that's him just looking forward. You can see his head's way above the computer. He's not able to look. His head is really far forward. His hips are lower than his knees, which is also very bad. So the little simple exercise. Put your hands just underneath your nose, on your maxillary bone, not on your mandible. You want to be on the maxillary, just on your nose, and bring your chin, your upper lip away from those fingers. That's what a little simple exercise you do. So it looks like this. I don't like you doing it on your lower jaw. Why? Because your mandible is movable. If you press on that with your fingers too hard, it will increase your TMJ pain. So that's why you can use the other side. I'm sorry, here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And in Jen's case, she was a little vertically challenged. About 5 feet tall, maybe a little taller. So for her to sit correctly in the chair, with her hip higher than her knee, I have to put a little bolster on the floor. That fixed her posture immediately. And you can see the difference between the two. In Ed's case, he's really tall, so his hips were much lower than his knees because he has very long legs. So in this case, I put a pillow in the chair, and tilted it so he put his pelvis in a better position for him to sit, which fixed his neck, fixed his legs. He was tall, he didn't both from the floor. And your eyes should be about 18 to 19 inches away from the monitor. And in his case, I have a little shelf right here. I couldn't lift the monitor up. But it should be about 18 to 19 inches away, and your eyes should be in the dead center of the screen. And now take away the stress and strain of the lights behind you if you have fluorescent lights, particularly for patients who have eye problems. So, review of the literature. Patients doing nothing, exercise alone, manual therapy alone, combination of manual therapy and exercise. If you do nothing, you will not get better. You will continue to get worse eventually. If you do therapeutic exercise alone, regardless of what it is, as long as it's not a high level one, you will feel a little bit better than doing nothing at all. If you do the exercises correctly, you'll feel markedly better than doing the exercise than doing nothing at all. The research also shows that if you do just manual therapy with nothing else, you will feel a little bit better than just therapeutic exercise alone. However, if you combine manual therapy and therapeutic exercise, it was statistically significant the patient's overwhelming improvements, pain-wise and functioning-wise. So I want to go over some of my treatment techniques, actually, the physical therapy deficits that I look at when I'm looking at a patient from a manual therapy standpoint. I'm looking at the joint laxity or instability, muscle weakness from unuse, muscle weakness from muscle spasms, lack of proprioceptive input, poor cardiovascular endurance, and poor muscle endurance. So the best treatment should consist of manual therapy, therapeutic core stabilization exercises, joint stabilization exercises, proprioceptive exercises, cardiovascular and muscular endurance exercises. And the different types of structural manual therapy are as following: muscle energy, mild fascial release, Jones strain, counter strain, cranial therapy, craniosacral therapy, visceral manipulation versus mobilization, and lymph drainage. These are the things that your physical therapist should know if you want them to treat you from a manual therapy standpoint. These are the questions you want to ask. Do you know how to do these techniques? These are extremely beneficial for patients with connective tissue disease. Now, this is just a treatment session. What I did for you was they have a treatment session on an Ehlers-Danlos patient and a Marfan patient. So they're back-to-back pictures. So Michelle, I'm doing a release of her rib cage and thoracic spine. That's head again. Doing a pelvic floor release. A sacroiliac joint decompression. A thoracic inlet release. That's coming up next. That's a thoracic inlet release. A highly bone release. A lot of my connective tissue disorder patients have great difficulty with swallowing and being able to take deep breaths. And that's usually I find their highly bone is slightly out of alignment, and I correct that by doing this technique. And I make sure the patient doesn't walk while they're doing this because your high bone can fracture the patient's swallowing. That's suboccipital release, which is relaxing the muscles behind your head and your neck. And this is getting into some craniosacral physical therapies. I'm doing some muscle energy for her occiput on her C1 and C2. And I also teach my patients if they can't have self-correction for their C1, because a lot of my connective tissue patients have a problem with their C1. This is a muscle energy technique to fix her low back, L4, L5. This patient has a short right leg because of muscle spasm. Fixing her sacroiliac joint dysfunction. These are all muscle energy techniques that are not rhythm manipulation. Just they're pushing up into my hands, and I'm doing an isometric contraction as they're exhaling, so they're not moving around. Now this is Michelle before I did the treatment. This is how she looked after. The treatment took 20 to 30 minutes. This is Ed before and after. You can see the difference in his height by just looking at the curve. That's him before, the head posture forward, and after. Before and after. Now, after we get them straightened out, we like to add some gentle exercises. Now, with the exercises, we take our time with the patients, because a lot of our patients that have instability in the darkest sentences, I want them to exercise as much as possible to get them stronger. When you have a connective tissue disorder, that's not the smartest idea. Because if you over-exercise the patient, it's going to cause more inflammation, which is going to cause more pain. And it's going to tighten the muscles down in the spasm and make the bones go out of line even more. So we'll start a little slow. I may actually have to do 1 or 2 sets of 2 or 3, just 2 or 3 exercises with maybe 3 or 4 or 5 reps. And then we build them up. This is getting him breathing correctly so he understands how to breathe before he does any exercises. I'm doing a ball squeeze with pelvic neutral, breathing, bridging with a ball squeeze, bridging with a straight leg raise. As you can see, his butt's up off the table. It's a really high level exercise. That's his wife. Let her watch. This is a really neat exercise. So we'll tip this exercise to strengthen the little rotators in your back to help you with rotation. On your hands and knees, you deloading one knee from the table, as you can see from there. He's holding his core nice and level. He's balancing on his hands and he's breathing. You can see he has a really restricted upper back because he can't lift his arm very high. So we'll work on that with him as well. I also use a stick to help with balance. So he's staying stable while he's exercising. He's standing on a Bosu wall. That's a platform, but underneath that is a wall. So he has to balance himself while he's standing on a Bosu wall, keeping his core nice and strong. The bike, cardiac monitor on it with his hands. Upright bike. I'm in front of a mirror. He starts some proprioceptive exercises. Balancing. Bridging over a ball. Sitting up over a ball. I'm helping with breathing. I'm also doing it with him so that he understands it. Bridging over a ball again, high level. So isometric exercises, like Dr. Brayton talked about earlier in his lecture. Michelle is in a collar to start off with to make sure that we're not doing anything to hurt her neck. You want to make sure that things don't move too much while she's doing the exercise. Amanda's doing the same thing. You can see it. You can see her mastoids contracting right there. Straight. My patients, when I take them out of their neck brace, instead of using their hand right away, I'll have them move their eyes right or left. Now automatically kick in your sternocleidomastoid. As you can see, she brings her eyes to the left, her right sternocleidomastoid will be left, and vice versa. So it's a nice way of starting the exercises. Then I'll add in the eyes with some hand resistance as she's breathing. This is Amanda before. She could really exercise. She need a neck brace, a pillow. She could really lift herself. Now she can keep nice and stable and lift herself up quite high and does not need to pillow to support her back. Same thing with straight leg raising. This is Christine doing some exercising for her arms. Also using a weight, 1 pound weight as she gets stronger. I tend not to lift the arms up higher than 90 degrees. Because I want to get an pinch with the patient's movement stability in the shoulders and want to look at shoulder strength. And Christine's doing some barbells, some bicep curls, some third tube exercises. There's some confusion in the literature on third tube exercising with connective tissue disorder patients with EDS. I find if you use the right resistance for the patients, it works quite well. You can use higher levels of resistance to improve. It works really well. Again, she's bouncing on the Bosu wall to work on coordination and proprioception, doing a mini squat, getting on 1 foot, exercise once again. We teach all of our patients self-corrections. The one on the right is Michelle doing her first rib correction. A lot of my patients are scaling muscles go tight. The first and second ribs pop up, and we have to fix them. And I like to teach the patients how to fix them themselves, so they don't have to call me every day to come in and get treated. And on the other side, where it says sacroiliac joint dysfunction, that is Michelle again. She's fixing her sacroiliac joint to help her low back pain. So we like to give our patients tools at our office to make sure that they can actually help themselves as well. And when you're looking for a physical therapist, what should you look for? A physical therapist with a working knowledge of connective tissue disorders or willing to learn. A physical therapist who is willing to work with your medical providers that you currently have. The medical providers that you have were difficult for you to find in the first place. You've been through a bunch of doctors. In the United States and in the United Kingdom, it takes 5 to 6 years to be diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and Marfan syndrome. That's what the research says. In France, it takes 21 years. That's because it bounces around between different professionals and they're not talking to each other. If your physical therapist is not willing to talk to your cardiologist or other doctors, you don't want that person on your team. You want everybody working together for you. You want a physical therapist with a good working knowledge of manual therapy and therapeutic exercises and a progression of them. Or he or she is willing to learn. The physical therapist needs to work with you one-on-one. You do not want to go to a physical therapy clinic where you have one physical therapist treating 3 or 4 patients at the same time, and everybody's doing the same exercise. And the therapist is running around like a chicken with no head on it. They're not paying attention to what your problem is. They're just giving you the same exercises. And that is not appropriate for you guys. The physical therapist must understand your progression in rehab is going to be slower, much slower than their non-connective tissue disorder patients. If they do not understand that, they will discharge you early and just try to get there. And that's not appropriate either. You need to find a physical therapy clinic where they're going to treat you in a private room, particularly if they're doing manual therapy on you or cranial psychotherapy for your headaches or muscle relaxation techniques. Because if they have you on an open gym where there are 20, 30, 40, 50 patients going, and there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of machines banging, you're not going to relax enough to make that treatment helpful or beneficial for you. And that's really, really important. Next slide. And you know, you should never, ever have a chiropractor, an osteopath, or a physical therapist do a manipulation of your neck if you have a connective tissue disorder with hypermobility in your neck. That will cause a TIA, baby stroke, a CVA, cerebrovascular accident, or a stroke, a dissection, Horner syndrome, your eye will get crooked because you have a dissection in your neck, paralysis, quadriplegia, or even death. Now, what I mean by manipulation, I mean this type of manipulation where they do a high velocity, low amplitude motion, where they take the head of the position and they move it really quickly. When you see a chiropractor, and he or she is using an activator, or they're just doing a little, that is okay. As long as your head is kept in a neutral position and they're not moving your neck around. But you should never, ever have manipulation done to your neck. In Canada, where I have my osteopathic degree, at the time I was there, it was illegal for you to do a neck manipulation on anyone 65 or older, no matter what their diagnosis was, because cervical manipulations cause 1 in a million strokes or death on the table that day. So I can't stress that point any more than that. That's on our references.